What's going on, guys? So today we have a knife trade video. I want to share a very cool discontinued Wii knife. You can see on top of the note, Yabo if you want to. And I do want to. I want to show it off because I think it's really cool. There's a bunch of versions of this knife, but it's one that I was interested in as soon as I saw it. Now what often happens is a new knife is released, I really want it, but I don't necessarily buy a lot of brand new knives when they're released. Not only are they kind of hard to get, a lot of times, you know, when there's like big knife drops and stuff, it's like, you know, sold out in minutes. But besides that, it's just, I don't like to spend a bunch of money on knives. I like to trade for them. But occasionally, you know, when there's stuff that I want that don't pop up in trade, I do spend money. It wasn't that long ago I spent $1,000 on a bunch of different knives that I just can't trade for very easily. And yesterday I dropped a little over $300 on a few different rare multi-tools, which you'll see in future videos. But I don't often have the means to just, you know, spend hundreds of dollars on different cool knives. So I trade a lot, and that's how I obtain a lot of different stuff. So that's how I obtained this knife that we're looking at today, which is a Wii Array. All right. But I do want to read the note real quick here from Nathan. It says, "Hi Jeff, I've been watching since I was 10, 21 now, and have enjoyed all the videos over the years. I bought too many knives and lighters thanks to you." Well, I do apologize, and you're welcome. One of those things is even the Barlow you designed, and I'm very happy to have it in my collection. Please keep the great videos coming so that I can keep watching and enjoying. Here's the Wii Knife Co. Array in trade for the billet spin. Thanks, from Nathan. Thank you very much, Nathan. I'm glad you snagged one of those Barlows. I'm trying to work on some different knife designs for the future. I had a bunch of people request that I redo that Barlow with Bastion gear. There's so many projects going on and so many different things happening at once. I mean, I kind of like the idea, but every time I try to do a new knife project, I try to do something totally different. I have so many different ideas in my mind. There's one particular knife that we're kind of working on, or at least were months ago. The whole pandemic thing definitely made life harder for everyone in pretty much every respect. So unfortunately, a lot of those projects were delayed, but we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. But I am really glad that you snagged one up. There was a bunch of people that wanted them, like, who saw the videos way after they were like way gone. You know, having a limited run, it's kind of difficult, you know, to put a bunch of money into projects, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars. So, you know, it's hard to make like 1,000 of a certain knife. That's why it's always like 100 of them or 200 or whatever it is. But I think it's fun. It's always a fun project just to try different stuff. But there is some things in the works, so we'll see what happens in the future there. But anyway, on to this knife. Again, this is a Wii Array. And there are a bunch of different, you know, variations on this knife. I always thought this was cool. I particularly like the grind on this one. So you can see it's a flipper. And it has a wicked looking edge on there. All right, so it really widens up towards the tip here. Super cool, super sharp. This is in S35VN, which is marked teeny tiny on the little flipper tab. I gotta zoom all the way in to show you that. See that little teeny tiny thing? Oh yeah, it says S35VN. But now we're in close, so you can take a look at this blade. So you see a stonewash finish on this particular one. And again, look at that grind. Super cool. Really love it. Comes to a zero edge. All right, so it is razor sharp. A little bit harder to maintain. Come on, camera. We've done this before. You know how to focus. Let me trick you. Whoa, there we are. Okay, didn't see that coming, did you, camera? Yeah, I mean, come on. That is a wicked blade. Reminds me of a scalpel, and it cuts like one as well. So super cool. Nathan was interested in one of the Gambit coin body combos, which I really do love. They're very cool. I play with one all the time on my desk. But I was willing to, you know, trade one for this particular knife just because I've been looking for it for a while and finally popped up. But like I said, there's a bunch of different versions of this. I think there's some colored versions. There's some that are like almost pre-worn looking. Just super cool. I think there's one on BladeHQ right now for like 210 bucks or something, I want to say. It has like a microchip in the blade. I know I saw that one a while back and it's still there. Because the knife's discontinued, it just is what it is. They're charging a little bit more than what it, you know, was originally, but you just can't find these. You know what I mean? Even if I wanted to buy one, that's an option. But even with a tiny little chip, they're still over 200 bucks. But you know, I mean, things pop up. People ask me all the time, man, I missed the boat on this knife and I don't know how to get one. Well, you really just have to search. It is a hunt. It definitely takes time, but they're out there. I mean, any knife you've ever seen and wanted, you can get. It's just a matter of when you're going to get it and how much you're going to have to pay for it. But pretty much everything in this world is for sale, unfortunately and fortunately. I say unfortunately because people could be purchased and their morality and everything else. That's unfortunate. But what I mean by fortunate is that stuff, you know, just like tools like this, they're always going to be available. You know, if there's one knife and someone really loves it, everyone has a price. Do you know what I'm saying? It might sound ridiculous. For example, let's just say someone has this particular knife. All right, let's say they bought it for $190, I think is what the original price was, $189 or somewhere around there. Even 200 bucks. Let's say they bought it for 200 bucks. They absolutely love the knife, right? And you know them and you're like, hey, I want that knife. How much? And they're like, sorry, it's not for sale. Well, that's a lie because there is a number. It's just, it depends on what you're actually willing to pay. Hey, I'll give you the 200 bucks you spent on it. No, I don't care. I'll give you 250. No, I don't care. I love the knife too much. I'll give you 300. And then they start thinking, wow, $300, that's a lot of money, right? And then they go, no, I love the knife too much. I'll give you 500 bucks. All right, it's yours. So here's a little closer shot of this beauty. Just really, really cool. It's very slim. Again, totally reminiscent of like a scalpel with that grind on there. It is comfortable in the hands. I might actually do a review on this down the road. I'm not sure. I'm definitely going to carry and use it. I don't know if I'm going to do a full review, but it is cozy in the hand. It is very comfortable. I do like it quite a bit. Pocket clip seems reasonable as well. Good amount of flex on that, even though it's a short little clip here. But yeah, pretty darn cool. Kind of a bronzed hardware. All right, front and back. Obviously the front show side, they have that nice flat WE logo, all right, which I really like. And then obviously the two body screws back here with that little bit of a spacer. Kind of cool. I mean, the bronze look looks nice. It doesn't really have anything to do with this knife. You know what I mean? If they had, I don't know, like, I don't know. It's just, it's one of those things where it doesn't really match this. This is a black and stonewash type get up here. So I'd probably, for this knife, I mean, if I had a choice, I would like to see this hardware stonewashed to match the blade. If you're gonna do bronzing like that, like I like to see maybe, I don't know, micarta or something. It's just, it's all preference, you know, but I mean, it's not hurting anything. It just doesn't particularly match the knife in my opinion. But yeah, no, it is a comfortable looking knife. It is a handsome looking knife, very aggressive. I love that grind, honestly. I think I would like the knife even if it had a more traditional ground blade, but it's just different. It stands out, you know what I'm saying? Not a whole lot of knives looking like that. So that is super, super cool. Very sad that they discontinued it though. Just one of those things, you know, out with the old, in with the new. That's what happens. You got to constantly come up with new stuff. You know, there's certain knives, especially in production companies, that just sell well, so they keep that in the lineup. But everything else, it's just, you know, in and out, in and out, in and out. But variety is a spice of life, and we do love new knife designs all the time, right? So I get it. Even though it's sad, I get it. But yeah, that is a cool one. So if you ever get a chance to find an array, I would highly recommend it. Just opened this like maybe 5 minutes ago and did a quick little cut test. I mean, it cuts like a dream. It's a laser beam. And it is, like I said, pretty comfortable in the hand. So even though I didn't have a bunch of use on it, I would highly recommend it already. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. I really do hope you have a fantastic day. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch one of my videos. I really do. You know, every now and again, when I do my outro, I get a little emotional, but I really do mean it. You know, thank you. Thanks for enjoying what I'm doing here. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate that. So hopefully you enjoy tomorrow's video as well, and I'll see you then. Take care.